After a quarrel on the bus, the school beauty girlfriend Jenny broke up with him. I sneered, "You are the only one who has too much trouble between the two of you." The school beauty Jenny was instantly defeated and asked me angrily who the other one was. I said, "Nonsense, Elena, the student union president, is 175 centimeters tall, has fair skin, beautiful looks and long legs. She is better than you in every way, hee hee." The next moment, the girl sitting next to me who had been watching the whole thing took off her headphones, pulled down her mask, and said jokingly, "Let me add that it's mainly because my sister is caring." Help, the rumor was spread so that the real person could hear it. The story is about to begin. If you like it, remember to like and follow. After school on Friday, Jenny and I had an argument on the bus. Half of the carriage's old men and women were watching with their ears pricked up, listening with great interest. "David, can you please stop imagining things? Robert is just a very good friend of mine." There were no seats left, so we stood by the aisle. Jenny pursed her lips, looking annoyed. Outside the window was a rapidly receding green shadow, and the wind blew up Jenny's hair, revealing her cold and impatient brows. "Friends? Whose friends of the opposite sex use couple avatars to play games together?" I sneered and exposed her mercilessly. If I hadn't just seen Robert posting game screenshots and match records, I wouldn't have known that Jenny's cat avatars in the game are a pair. "You're not playing, so what's wrong with me hanging out with him for a while? I treat Robert as a woman. What do I need to explain? What can a couple's profile picture tell us? Are you having hallucinations? Or are you paranoid? Don't be unreasonable." Jenny frowned, looking exhausted. I was shocked. How could she be so shameless as to turn the tables and blame me? I was so angry that I fell backwards and wanted to slap her in the face. I raised my hand and the bus just arrived at the traffic light intersection. The driver was ruthless and wild. He didn't slow down and only braked suddenly when he was about to cross the line. Before the slap landed on Jenny's face, I spun 180 degrees uncontrollably and was almost thrown into the arms of the girl sitting next to me. The girl wore headphones and closed her eyes, as if she was sleeping. Most of her face was covered by a mask, and her eyelashes were long and thick, drooping quietly. Fortunately, I held on to the handrail tightly, so I didn't pounce on the person and have close contact with him. As soon as I stood firm, Jenny spoke again. "If you think so, I can't help it. Then we can only separate and calm down for a while. It's your choice." I was so angry that I calmed down. "Oh, you want to break up with me to make me compromise? Let's break up. There are thousands of beautiful girls. If it doesn't work, we can change. But I can't lose my momentum and get scumbagged for nothing." I laughed in anger, curled my lips and said with a sigh, shaking my head helplessly, "Divide it. You are the only one who has more troubles between the two of you." "What?" Jenny was stunned at first, then her face suddenly turned ugly when she reacted. "David, talking to me is not enough, you have other wild women out there?" I said calmly, "You are wrong. She is the wife, but I have never made it public. You are the third party who is chasing me and interfering with our relationship." The onlookers who were watching the whole process could no longer sit still. They pointed and talked, lamenting that the young people nowadays are having so much fun. I became a mistress? Jenny was stunned as if struck by lightning. Then Jenny's face turned red from the base of her neck to her face. She grabbed my arm and said angrily, "David, you scumbag, how dare you play with me? Tell me who she is. How the hell am I worse than her? Tell me. Tell me now." Seeing the other person break down and cry made me feel so happy. I slapped Jenny's hand away and started talking nonsense. "Elena from the School of Finance and Economics. She's the president of the Student Union of Jiangnan University. She's 175 centimeters tall, has fair skin, beautiful looks and long legs. She's better than you in every way, hee hee. You are like a mountain top that makes people look up to you. I wonder how you can compare with him." Jenny hadn't recovered from the moment she finished speaking. The girl who was sleeping with her eyes closed suddenly took off her headphones and pulled down her mask with her slender white fingers, revealing her superior and delicate facial features. She coughed lightly, her voice clear and smooth. "Well, let me add that it's mainly because my sister is caring. Everyone in Jiangnan University knows Elena. She is beautiful, has good grades, has a cool and clean temperament, and has a fairy-like personality. She is completely different from Jenny, a scumbag and a coquettish school beauty. I don't know her as a person, but I know her face. Help, the rumor was spread so that the real person could hear it. That ha 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 ha. My mind was in a mess and I stammered, unable to speak. Jenny asked with a cold face, Elena, when did you become his girlfriend? Elena looked up at me with an ambiguous, playful smile in her eyes. It's over, the real owner will slap him in the face. If that pretty boy Robert finds out, my behavior, which is like shitting in the street, will be known to everyone tomorrow. At the critical moment, I calmed myself and my brain worked rapidly. Baby, what a coincidence, you're here too. I smiled gently, pinched the corner of Elena's clothes intimately, turned sideways to Jenny, stared at her, and pleaded silently. Please, sister, don't expose me. I finally got the chance to be tough in front of Jenny, please cooperate with me. I will definitely repay your great kindness. Seeing my pitiful look, Elena raised her eyebrows. After a few seconds of silence, Elena blinked her big watery eyes and changed her words lightly. He and I have been dating for a long time, and he has always been my boyfriend. When we got off the bus at the stop, Jenny, who was furious, stood in front of Elena and me, gritting her teeth and saying, You too, I wish you all the best. I rolled my eyes at her and pulled Elena into my arms. Baby, are you happy? We've been together for so long, and I can finally give you a name. The ones out there are all crooked and broken, my baby is the best. Jenny was furious. I hope you guys break up tonight. She sneered, and the pressure on her body became even lower. After saying this, he was about to leave angrily. Wait, don't go. I quickly called her. Oh, you can't bear to leave me. Jenny turned around, raised her red lips, and smiled proudly at Elena. You think too much. I mean, don't walk. It's too slow. Run. Get out of my sight. After Jenny ran away crying, I stopped smiling and tremblingly apologized to Elena who had been silent beside me. Elena, I'm sorry. I got carried away. Jenny is a person who cares about her reputation the most. Don't worry, she will definitely not tell anyone about my nonsense. I promise that it will not affect you at all. Thank you for cooperating with me. Thank you so much. It doesn't matter. The midsummer evening breeze is very gentle, bringing with it the coolness of lime and sea salt soda, blowing away the stuffiness of the whole day. Elena was wearing a simple white dress and sneakers, with her long hair loose and fragrant. She looked quiet and eye-catching. Senior, let me treat you to a meal. Elena refused. I insisted again and again, and finally Elena pointed to a convenience store not far away and said helplessly, No need to eat, just buy me an ice cream. After buying the ice cream, I added Elena's contact information. How can one ice cream be enough? I will definitely treat Elena to a meal again if I have the chance in the future. After saying goodbye to Elena, I took a taxi back to school. I originally wanted to go to the forest park with Jenny to watch fireflies tonight, but we ended up arguing in the car and breaking up. I opened WeChat and scrolled through my moments out of boredom. Robert posted another status, Don't be sad, breaking up is no big deal, I will always be with you, hug, hug. I was grossed out. The pretty boy finally got what he wanted, and he couldn't suppress his secret joy between the lines. I couldn't swallow this breath, my eyes were red, and I typed a line of comment fiercely, I will play the Swona for your mother. After 2 days of emo, I was visibly depressed. Monday morning at 8 was even worse. After class in the afternoon, I went to the playground to take a walk and get some fresh air. What a coincidence, I met Jenny again. She sat in the lounge, holding a bottle of mineral water, and played basketball with Robert. Jenny's pretty face was tense and she seemed to be in a bad mood. Out of sight, out of mind. I just walked away. Robert has sharp eyes, he saw me, made a fadeaway jump shot, and the basketball went into the basket. Then Robert came over to stop me and snorted, Why do you look so bad? If you have anything bothering you, tell your brother. Hypocrisy. Shut up. Can your acting be as rare as your hair? A fire rose in my chest and I stared at his big forehead and sneered. Robert was stabbed and almost failed. He barely maintained his expression and said hypocritically, David, no matter what you think, Jenny and I are innocent. You misunderstood. You hold more than a garbage bag. You really misunderstood us. Shake your brains out before you speak. After being scolded by me, Robert couldn't continue. Turning to look at Jenny, she said helplessly, "Why is your ex-boyfriend like this?" Not wanting to waste any more time, I turned and left. Jenny didn't know what was going on and started chasing after him. At the corner of the tree-lined path, she held my wrist tightly and wouldn't let go. With tears in her eyes, she said unwillingly, "You must be feeling sad these days since we broke up. Don't be so stubborn, I can see that. David, have you thought it through? Do you really not want me anymore?" It would be a lie to say it wasn't painful. During the basketball league, I went off the court to look for wet wipes to wipe my sweat. She was close to me and handed them to me. After the game, Jenny took the initiative to add me on WeChat and started pursuing me. As a young boy in love at that time, I certainly could not have imagined that being with her for 3 months would end in such an undignified way. How can Elena compare to me? She is cold and unromantic. I don't want to lose to her. Brother, let's make peace. Jenny put her arms around my waist, her eyes sparkling, and she spoke in a soft, coquettish voice. It's almost hanging on me. Let go of your big pig's hoof and stop moving. Now I know what kind of person she is, and I won't fall for it anymore. My face darkened and I pulled her away mercilessly. At the same time, an inexplicable anger rose in my heart. You are so shameless. Our Ching Ching can play the piano, calligraphy, ice skate, play tennis, and equestrian. She has a pretty face, pretty hands, and pretty legs. She has good grades, a good personality, and a good temper. She exudes elegance from hair to toes. From her looks to her height and figure, to her cultivation and knowledge, how can you compare to her? You are so childish. You even want to compare yourself with her. This is a joke in itself. You lost, completely. With a look of disgust on my face, I typed out the words without stopping. Jenny on the opposite side seemed to be struck by lightning. His eyes were dazed and his lips were trembling, unable to utter a word. I became more and more courageous as I spoke, and pressed on, conspicuous bag. Give up, I like our Ching Ching the most. Jenny's face was pale and her expression was broken. Oh, by the way, a friendly reminder, your double eyelid tape is reflective. I felt refreshed, and left her standing there, having suffered a huge blow, and was about to leave in a cool manner. He turned around and then braked suddenly. A group of people stood not far behind him. With a student union work badge on his chest and a notebook in his hand, he looked like he was inspecting campus equipment. Elena was surrounded in the middle, her white shirt tucked into her black skirt. Slim waist and long legs, beautiful and pleasing to the eye. The tips of her ears are a little red. The eyelashes fluttered gently like butterfly wings in spring. Looking at me, she pursed her lips and whispered, "Our Ching Ching? Baby, why are you here?" My vision went dark. I resisted the urge to cover my face and run away, and slowly forced out a stiff smile. It's over. Senior Elena's reputation will be ruined because of me. He talked nonsense twice and was caught red-handed by the real owner. So many people heard it this time, I wished I could find a crack in the ground to crawl into. You hid it well enough. When did you get together? The queen and the little puppy, so sweet and delicious. Some people laughed and teased. Elena handed the notebook in her hand to the person next to her. He glanced at Jenny, who had not yet recovered from the shock, and walked over slowly. David, are you free now? Have. I didn't even dare to look up at her and replied dryly. The cicadas are chirping loudly and the trees are providing dense shade. I bit the bullet and weakly apologized, Senior, I'm sorry, I promise I won't say nonsense again. The redness on the tip of Elena's ear had not yet faded, and she said softly, It's okay, no need to clarify. The wind blew over, carrying her gentle voice and pleasant smell. Unlike the aggressive perfume that Jenny often wears, Elena has a cool, sweet fragrance that makes people feel very comfortable. Ah. I was stunned. What I mean is, I can't let you down for the ice cream you bought me, so I have to cooperate with you, Elena explained. I once again sighed deeply at how kind and beautiful my senior sister was. Thank you, Senior. I don't want to affect you. Don't worry, I will never talk nonsense again. I almost raised my hand to swear. Elena didn't say anything. After a moment of silence, she suddenly stopped, looked up at me, and said in a soft voice with a bit of grievance, are the emoticons I sent ugly and disgusting? Huh? What? I was stunned again. Confused, I quickly took out my phone from my pocket and opened WeChat. There were only a few messages in the chat room between Elena and me, and they were sent on the day I just added them. I'm Elena from the School of Finance and Economics. I'm David from the School of Information Engineering. I added a hello emoticon with a domineering boss and a wicked smile. After nearly half an hour, she slowly replied with a hello emoticon of a cartoon puppy waving. Stop sending me those ugly, disgusting things. Help. This is a misunderstanding. At that time, I was so angry with Robert that my head hurt. Jenny's friends took pictures of her sitting in a booth, drinking dejectedly, and sent them to me. I was in a bad mood and typed this line angrily, then copied and pasted it all at once and sent it to several people in the latest news. Unexpectedly, I also sent it to Elena. I am blind. No, the puppy is so cute, not ugly at all. I sent it to the wrong person. Senior, please don't take it seriously. My face flushed and I tried my best to explain. She hummed, her expression relaxed, just call me by my name. After a pause, she added, your profile picture is very cool. Oh my god, she actually noticed my profile picture. I was flattered, blinked, and excitedly responded, this is the logo I drew for our band. Band? Yes, I formed a band. I am the lead singer, and the members are all classmates from different departments. You are great. I felt embarrassed when being praised. I casually said, it would be great if there was a music festival at school, so that everyone could relax and we could have a chance to perform. Elena nodded, her voice gentle, this is a good idea, I will suggest it to the principal. She really? I cried my heart out. I hesitated for a moment, the principal won't scold you, will he? No, the principal is very kind. Elena smiled softly with her lips curved, her eyes clear and bright. This is the first time I saw her smile. She looks so pretty when she smiles, and she has little rabbit teeth. The post on the school forum revealing Elena's love affair went viral. The poster revealed that they ran into Elena's boyfriend being harassed by his ex, who was also rude and wanted to compete with Elena. Elena's boyfriend was so domineering in protecting his wife that he insulted her. Many people heard about it and came to watch. Pure love girl, Senior Elena is no longer single? I cried so hard that I ate 2 bowls of spicy hot pot. Crying. Just Zayoba's lackey, I'm so anxious, who is he with? Which hospital? What's his name? Jiangnan University male model wholesale sister Zhang AAA, explore again and report again. Professor Liu has no hair on his head, I was at the scene, but I can't say anything because I was ordered to keep silent, naughty. Half an hour later, after more than 1,000 floors had been built, the poster finally showed up and posted a message. Senior student told me not to say anything nonsense, I've been enduring very hard, and this is the most I can reveal. I lay in the dormitory, listening to my roommates' heated discussions, looking a little embarrassed. Elena really thought of every aspect. She neither exposed me nor embarrassed me in front of Jenny, but she also protected me from being talked about by others. How can she be so nice? I opened the chat room with Elena and typed thank you and sent it. She quickly replied with an emoji of a puppy giving flowers. So cute and adorable. I have an inexplicable trust in Elena and always feel that the music festival can be held. There is an old building in the school with many empty classrooms. I asked the teacher for one and rehearsed with the members during my spare time. That evening, within half an hour of the rehearsal, Robert, the pretty boy, knocked on the door again and again to cause trouble. David, we are having a poetry recitation next door. How can we proceed if you are so loud? Then you change, since we were here first. After being interrupted by him several times, I lost the mood to rehearse. All the members went to have dinner, but I didn't leave. I stayed behind alone to organize the musical instruments and equipment. Robert came over to annoy me again. Jenny, come find me later. Do you want to go with me? I was too lazy to talk nonsense, so I rolled my eyes at him. No one was around, so Robert stopped pretending and had a gloomy face. David, do you know that I hate you? I like Jenny, but you got in the way and started dating her. Now that we've broken up, she still can't forget you. I already knew what Robert was thinking. When I first started dating Jenny, she would invite Robert along 8 out of 10 times when we went out together. She said Robert was just her good brother and asked me not to think too much about it. I didn't see any ambiguous behavior from them, so I believed it. Until one day, Robert lost the game of truth or dare. Someone asked him if he had someone he liked. He pointed at Jenny and smiled and said it was her. Before anyone could react, Robert changed his words and said he was joking. That night, he posted a meaningful message on WeChat Moments. How many sincere words are said in a joking way in a lifetime? I was so angry that I took a screenshot and showed it to Jenny. After a while, she replied to me saying that Robert was not referring to the fact that he liked her, and that I was overthinking it. I was careless and thick-skinned, so I believed it again. There are so many people who hate me. Who do you think you are? I'll just envy you to death, you little thing with a rectum connected to the brain. I sneered. I'll fucking kill you. Robert was furious. He crossed his arms and stretched his legs, kicked Bess, who was leaning against the wall, to the ground, and picked up something at hand and threw it at him. I didn't expect that he would dare to do that. I was careless and didn't dodge. The corner of his mouth was rubbed and the smell of blood filled his mouth. My eyes turned red. I licked the corner of my lips where the skin was broken, and clenched my fingers so tightly that my big hands made a crackling sound. I don't want to endure being provoked and bullied by this scumbag couple again and again. I took a few steps forward and punched him in the face with my fist. David, what are you crazy about? Let him go. There were footsteps in the corridor outside the door. It was Jenny. She heard the noise and hurriedly pushed the door open. Robert unexpectedly angered me and was beaten up, unable to defend himself. Even with his head swollen like a pig, he still told lies with his eyes open, trying hard to win Jenny's sympathy. Jenny and I are honest and aboveboard, and you've already broken up. Why are you hitting me? Jenny, my face hurts so much. Look what he did to me. David, what's wrong with you? If anything happens between Robert and me, will it be your turn? Jenny lowered her voice with anger in her eyes and eyebrows. Besides, even if I have something with him, so what? When you are with me, aren't you also flirting with others? When she mentioned this, she seemed to have the confidence to blame me. He glanced at the surrounding musical instruments and equipment with a grim expression. I've told you many times before that you're wasting your time with this *TTY band. It's garbage. I was so angry that I was shaking all over and my fingers were trembling. The pighead was still shouting, your beating of me today is not over yet. We have surveillance and evidence. Wait for your punishment. I closed my eyes and calmed my rapid breathing. Another punch hit Robert's shameless face. He sneered coldly, you deserve it for coming here to cause trouble. Amidst the chaos, a familiar female voice suddenly sounded from the doorway, who will be punished? It's Elena. Unlike her usual gentleness, there was no expression on her face. She walked over a few steps and pulled me closer to her, her eyes turning cold. Robert was the first to do it. I felt wronged and hurried to explain to Elena. I believe you, it's okay. Without any hesitation, she softened her voice to comfort me. My girlfriend is here to support me. Jenny helped Robert up, her beautiful eyes glaring at him. Let's go. Elena ignored her, took my hand and left. When I passed by Jenny, I suddenly remembered what she said about flirting, so I took out my phone and put it in front of her face. Look carefully, we added each other on WeChat after we got off the bus that day. I'm not as shameless as you. When it comes to flirting, I'm nowhere near as good as you. The moon was shining coldly, and there was a broken street lamp above my head. The light was dim, and moths were flying through the air. After a while, I sighed, my voice muffled. If Rulai could come back again, I wouldn't want to meet her at all. Jenny is a double-standard dog. When I was dating her, I put the band aside because she didn't like me spending my time on it and always said I was messing around. Instead, she is idle all day long and flirts around everywhere. I was worried and anxious, and obeyed her cautiously, but she never took my feelings into consideration. This relationship is so frustrating. Elena stood beside me and listened to me patiently. She waited until I finished speaking before she spoke. You're great. Your band is cool. Don't worry about what others think, just be yourself. The moonlight was clear and shallow, falling on her beautiful and soft eyes, turning into a pool of spring water. In the quiet night, Elena's eyes were bright and soft. It feels so good to be affirmed. I want to laugh, but I can't. Thinking of Robert's pig-headed face, I felt upset. Even if he started it first, I'm still in the wrong. I'm sure to get this punishment. Alas, I consider myself unlucky. Elena looked at me sighing, raised her eyes and smiled softly. The surveillance is broken. Huh? I didn't react yet. So it wasn't you who hit him tonight. She added calmly. God helps me. I really want to laugh out loud 3 times. See how that idiot can report me. After calming down, I curiously asked her why she came to the old building. Elena said she was just passing by. What a coincidence. She passed by and the surveillance was broken. I stroked my chin and couldn't help but hiss. What's wrong? I was hit just now. Let me see. Elena tiptoed closer, gently lifted my chin with her fingers, and looked at it carefully. The enlarged face kept swaying in front of me. As I breathed in, the sweet and cold fragrance that was so close to me made my hands and feet weak and my head dizzy. The skin is a little broken. She frowned and touched it carefully with her fingertips. His breathing stagnated and he paused for a few beats. I will apply the medicine. I'll go back first. I said in a low voice, stuttering, and walked away. The chirping of insects is faint and lingering, like a strange and wonderful symphony. At this moment, my heart was beating like a drum. When I returned to the dormitory, my cheeks were burning. After quickly washing up and crawling into bed, I received a message from Elena. She said that she hadn't had time to tell me just now that the principal agreed to hold the music festival, and asked me to go to the principal's office tomorrow. I deleted, and reduced the content, and finally replied with a cute rabbit emoticon that said okay. Soon, the same cartoon puppy flower delivery message from last time arrived. I covered my pounding heart and smiled foolishly. Mom, I seem to be in love again. The next day after class, I knocked on the door of the principal's office tremblingly. The energetic old man was sitting on the sofa drinking tea. When they saw me come in, they enthusiastically asked me to sit down and kept praising me for being great at forming a band. There are a lot of extracurricular activities at school, but they are really the same old thing. I like this music festival, I searched it, the atmosphere is really good. I didn't expect the principal to be as kind and friendly as Elena said. My heart slowly calmed down. Come to think of it, I also wanted to be a singer when I was young. As he was speaking, the principal suddenly changed the subject and sounded melancholy. David, can you take me to the festival? I want to sing, too. I immediately agreed. Then I'll open the show and your band will close. The principal was happy and started planning excitedly. Is there some kind of love song that's popular recently? The radio station keeps playing it. It's so sweet that it's almost giving me diabetes. Plum sauce? Yes, that's it. Do you think it's okay for me to sing this? The principal slapped his thigh and smiled so hard that his teeth were visible. I imagined the explosive scene for a while, then nodded. Yes, it will definitely work. I support the aspiring young people to pursue their dreams again. The music festival is scheduled for half a month later. There was fierce competition among the departments and the band only had one spot for one song, but it still made me very satisfied. This was our band's first performance and everyone took it very seriously. We reselected the songs to cover, made a remix to make the atmosphere more exciting, and then started to squeeze in time for rehearsals. I don't know what Jenny was thinking, but she came to the classroom as soon as the get out of class was over and asked me to get back together. I suspect Robert's pig-like face scared her that day. I greeted her twice with my honey-like lips, and she didn't dare to come. She started texting me from different numbers again, saying that she knew she was wrong, that she had drawn a line between herself and Robert, and that I should give her another chance. I don't recycle. I will block everyone who sends a message. Elena and I started chatting more frequently in our daily lives. Most of the time she is the one who takes the initiative. The stray cats in the school have been collectively sterilized. The old man at the roasted sweet potato stall at the door is offering a buy one get one free offer today, and she hand sewed a cute but ugly dog doll. She would share interesting little things like these with me. I have nothing to share with her except the hundreds of greasy emojis of domineering bosses saved in my phone. Guilt. Half a month later, The music festival at Jiangnan University began. As night fell, the stage had been set up and many people were pouring into the playground. I stood at the playground entrance, humming a song while waiting for Elena. Before she arrived, Robert, the plague god, arrived first. "Don't embarrass yourself if you sing badly later," Robert said with a gloomy face and a bad tone. "You can't spit out ivory from a dog's mouth. The singing is so bad that it's meant to help you to be reborn. Hurry up and leave, or I'll beat you up." I snorted. As soon as Robert left, Jenny appeared out of nowhere. She remained silent, her eyes were red, and after a few seconds' pause, her voice became tense. "David, let's make peace. I know I was wrong and shouldn't have been flirting with someone under the guise of being friends. I'll change. Please give me another chance. We had such a good relationship before. We went to the zoo and the amusement park together. We also agreed to eat hot pot and ski together this winter. Do you have time this weekend? Shall we go to Forest Park to see fireflies?" Her eyes sparkled with hope. "No, because he has to accompany me." Elena, who arrived late, answered for me first. We walked straight into the playground. Jenny was unwilling to give in and kept following me, saying that she was wrong. "It's like a fly buzzing, it makes my head hurt. Since Elena is here, we have to be reserved and civilized." I tried not to get angry and ignored her. Elena stopped suddenly. "Jenny, what's your name? What's wrong with my name?" Jenny raised her chin, looking unhappy. "No wonder, there are so many strokes. Advanced insults often kill people without spilling blood. It will also trigger the freeze skill." While Jenny was stunned and thinking about this sentence again and again, Elena grabbed my wrist and walked away with me. I was trying to hold back my laughter the whole way. I didn't expect that Elena's first move would be so high-end and weird. "It's about to start. Are you nervous?" Elena looked a little embarrassed and changed the subject unnaturally. "Don't be nervous. By the way, what do you want to show me?" I suddenly remembered. She motioned for me to look at her clothes. Only then did I notice that her clean and simple white t-shirt had our band's logo printed on it. She is supporting me. "I'm your band's biggest fan. David, come on." Elena curled her lips. Under the starry night sky, her beautiful eyes seemed to have starlight flowing. The principal opened the show with an explosive little love song that instantly brought the atmosphere to a climax. As song after song was sung, the people in the audience were extremely excited. But I became more and more nervous. It was our band's turn to perform, and the suspended screen displayed a huge logo. I stood on the steel platform holding the microphone, my palms sweating. The green playground was crowded with people. But in the short interval of the prelude of just over 10 seconds, I caught a glimpse of Jenny in the crowd in the front row. She looked up at me with a smile on her face. The moment their eyes met, their excited emotions strangely calmed down. I faced the evening breeze and closed my eyes. "Open your eyes again and sing the first sentence with determination. It doesn't hurt me. You want to feel how it feels? And if I only could make a deal with God and get him to swap our places. Be running up that road. Be running up that hill. Be running up that building." The beam of light is powerful, flashing back and forth. The sound waves rolled up, and the heartbeat and drumbeat overlapped. All the hesitation and anxiety were washed away. The young and lively souls were burning with restlessness, waving flags, reveling wildly, and screaming and singing until their throats were hoarse. Under the spotlight, the soul trembles. Be running up that hill. The last syllable fell softly. I was thoroughly refreshed. Amidst thunderous applause and cheers, he gasped for breath, bent down deeply and bowed to take his leave. The music festival is over. Elena and I sat on the steel platform and looked up at the night sky. The moon is very big and bright, surrounded by tiny stars. She looked at it for a while and said foolishly, "It feels like it's going to fall down and hit me." I laughed quietly, "No, I will block your way even if I fall down." Some students who hadn't left yet exclaimed from afar, "Look! It's Senior Elena and her boyfriend. Her boyfriend is actually the lead singer of the band just now. Good job. Roll, Elena, make it, I'll find more people to spread the rumor." After a pause, she lowered her eyes and confessed with trembling eyelashes, "David, I like you. I saw that a long time ago." I whispered shyly, "Me too." Elena smiled. After sitting for a while, I turned my head to stare at her rippling lips, and suddenly, for some unknown reason, I said something. Ching ching, let's kiss. As soon as I finished speaking, I wanted to hit myself with a hammer. Help, we've only been together for less than 5 minutes, how could I be saying such rude words? I hope she won't be scared away by me. Oh, I'm just talking nonsense, you know how bad I am, ha ha ha. I laughed awkwardly, crying inside. Okay, Elena coughed, the tips of her ears tinged with red. Before I could react, she moved closer and pressed her lips gently against his. The moonlight is bright and the evening breeze is gentle. The hot summer has begun.